What is up? We got a full chest and tricep workout today in only 4 exercises. Not this, not this, and not these. Just this. All right, guys, so here's today's lineup. We're starting with horizontal cable press. This extra exercise, we're gonna take the cables, put them down to low. We're going from low to high cable flies. Then after that, we're doing standing high to low cable flies as well too. Then we're finishing off with tricep extensions using the easy bar. Okay, so starting off, guys, we wanna make sure that we set the cables up high enough for our arms. We don't wanna have the cables pulling us either which way. So basically, you don't wanna have the cables too high or too low. And then when you're pressing, you have this trying to pull you back this way, right? So a little hack. Take it out, sit back on your bench, sit back, basically make a T like this. Just straight out, make a T, sit back. We're on the angle of the bench, and the shoulders are straight, right? From here, that's how we'll be pressing. And then we're just gonna do this, and just look to the side, look where they're at. And you'll be able to just take the cable and then lower it around that area. So when I take it out, now the cables are right where they need to be when I'm pressing, so they're not pulling me any way but back. That's all we want. We don't want them pulling me up this way or pulling me down this way. We want that to happen when we're doing exercises that need to be challenged in that manner. So if I want to be challenged going this way, cables are coming from low to high. If I want to be challenged this way, cables are going from high to low. Every exercise, we're bringing the first set to failure. Right now, we're gonna start off with 6 to 12 reps, meaning we're gonna push the load a little bit and we're gonna emphasize the stretch as well as the negative. Just straight sets today, nothing fancy. So your set is gonna be basically 6 to 12 reps. From here, and we're pressing out, and then 1001, 1002, 1, 2, press. 1001, 1002, 1, 2, press. And we want that weight to pull us back and get a big stretch, open up your chest, and then push yourself back into the bench, not rolling our shoulders off. 6 to 12 reps, if we want to take the first set to failure, so we know that the next, second, and third set, when we take it to close to failure, 2 to 3 reps, we know what that feels like, but also we want to set up the tone and just get the most we can right away from exercise. 4 full sets. My first set is going to be a little bit like going to be a feeler set. So I again know my machine. I'm going to predict where I know I'm going to press from. Again, I want to give myself a good idea of what failure is going to look like during my first set, and I'm using this first set as a warm up. It's gonna get myself warm, activated, and in the right place, in the right mindset to put my all into the set. All right, so grab your weight, easy from here, grab one side, pull it out, get it nice and tight, grab the other side, pull your arm in so you can get to here. If you have a partner, great, let them help you out. From here, I'm gonna plant my feet a little bit underneath my knees, chest is gonna be up, and then from here, I'm gonna just push out straight. We're gonna count that as a rep. That's a rep. And then from here, I wanna have this thing pull me open. Chest is staying up, going slow so we can feel that pull, and then push. 1001, 1002, 1, 2, press. All right, so my warm-up set, just to kind of feel it out, I knew I can do a lot more. So with that tempo and going at 7, I'm gonna put the weight up. I'm gonna start my first hard set. I'm gonna put it up about 2, and I know that for sure is gonna bring me to failure. The next sets after that, I'll adjust the weight because I still wanna get at least 6 reps. So if I can get at least 6 reps no matter what, great. If I can't get 6 reps, then I have to decrease the weight for those second, third, and 4 sets. All right, should be done, good pump. Remember, finish every one of your sets in the end of the stretch. Again, what's good about this? we're doing cables is that you're gonna finish off in that stretch position. So milk that stretch all the way down and then put the weights away. Okay, next guys, we're doing low to high cable flies. Easy thing again, finding out where I should put the cables. You know, you can guess if you want to in trial and error, waste time, but basically what we wanna do is, we're gonna go like this, same thing. Now, we're trying to hit the upper chest. That's what we're doing. That's where we're going from low to high. Why? Because our pec minor, the muscle part of the chest, pec minor, your upper pecs, your pigeon chest part of your chest, that assists with your shoulder pulling in and your arm pulling up. It pulls the arm up like this. So we're gonna do a cable fly from low to high to challenge this part of my chest more, but we're still getting the rest of the chest. So what we're gonna do is head back again, and we're gonna let the arms go back down this way. So when from here, I know that I'm gonna have to lower this weight, so I'm pulling from around here, so I just kind of do this, go to this, pull all the way down, and there you go. Again, pull one inside in, other side in. We wanna make sure that when we're back here, we're gonna end up like this. Not like this, again, there'll be any slack on it. You're gonna end up being like this, and then we're going from here, flying from here, and then all the way up here. And when I get to here, the cable should be in alignment with my arms. If they're like this, we're too high, and we're like this, we're just too low, and it's not gonna pull me in the right direction anyway. I want this to pull me and challenge me exactly where my upper chest is being challenged. So from here, a nice stretch, and then pushing it out, opening up, chest up, nice big stretch in the chest, 2, and up. This time, guys, we're doing 6 to 12 reps. Good. So that way for me is good. That's my warm up. I'm gonna do probably the same weight. That's just warm up. I'm gonna go up by like 1. I might even go up by half. Either way, it'll be either 1 or a half. And I'll start my hard set and go from there, and then I'll be that for the rest of the sets. Remember, 1 set to failure. The second and third set, we're taking to 2 reps of failure. Oh, I love finishing off with that stretch. Don't miss a stretch. Don't jump yourself out on one really good stretch rep. Let's move to the next exercise, guys. We're gonna hit more of the under chest. This is something that is almost like doing maybe dips with the cables. You're working your under chest. We're just doing basically standing flies from high to low. Let's go. All right. So we're going from high to low, we're standing. Understand our posture is gonna be still slightly vertical. We don't wanna come all the way down like this, because then we're gonna hit a different part of our chest. Again, the entire chest is gonna work no matter what, but you can actually load the muscle priority first. So where I angle myself is where the load is gonna go primarily. So if I angle myself up like this, a little taller, right? And then when I'm pulling down, I'm still gonna be challenging the muscle this way. If I go too low, you can see what changes the orientation of my arm. And then now, where I was pressing, where it was under the chest, now I'm basically doing your mid part of your chest, right? So we wanna get ourselves upright still. That's gonna challenge us from here down to here. So we're basically gonna do this on a little bit of a hinge. And our arm's gonna do this. They're gonna come from up here. So I'm gonna grab the weight like this. What I can do is just sit here and do an angle like this. The angle from here, when I'm pressing, when I'm flying, should come the same way when I'm pulling up. So I wanna pull this thing from here and down, or at least have it challenging me from there. And we're gonna walk out just a couple steps, plant our feet. One foot's gonna be in the front, bearing the weight. This last back foot can be up like this way. If your ankles aren't strong enough, you can kind of sit down like this, but just try to keep your hips forward. Every time people do this, they end up tilting their body this way. And we don't want to be tilted this way. We want our chest, our torso to be straight, and that's why I like being in a lunge position like this and being over top. So I'm gonna be over top this way. And then again, if you look at the angle of the cables, when I go all the way down, challenging the bottom or under chest, the intercostal head of the pec. When I come up, I'm being challenged and the cables are on the same planar line as my arms. So coming up from here and stretch. And the challenge for you guys will be to make sure that your traps don't come up like this, because then we lose tension in our chest. If you see my chest right now, when my traps are engaged, they're still pretty striated, defined, or pulled. You can see them. You can see. But watch when I do this. More. So I want to make sure that I keep my chest up and my shoulders down. So when I get to that top, I'm here, my chest still stays up, my shoulders stay down, and pressing. You see right underneath my chest, exactly where I'm pushing. Ooh. That's an absolutely amazing burn. Reason why I want to do cables, guys, today is because everything we do in a cable is going to give us constant tension. Doesn't matter how we angle this thing, it's going to fight resistance the entire way. So we get a longer range of motion and line of pull, constant tension the entire time, so we can control and really sit deep into a lot of these stretches. That's going to help us build muscle. Anyway, we're resting up 2 minutes, sorry. That was definitely a hard set. And we're doing the next 2 sets from failure. That felt great. I got a great pump. Guys, we're gonna move on. Use that rest, Aussie rest up. We're gonna move on to doing cable tricep extensions. Guys, with this, you can use whatever handle you want. Whatever handle's there, you do whatever you want. And to be honest, this last exercise is just my preference. If you wanna do any cable tricep exercise that you like to do the same thing, just follow the rep scheme and follow the technique, and that's it. We're gonna bang out 4 sets. Because we're only doing 1 exercise for triceps, we don't have to do 8 sets. We can do, again, 1 to 5 sets per exercise, 3 to 12 sets per muscle group. Okay, guys, so the reason why I like using EZ bar, number 1, we're challenging low. We're in a great position here to be very strong. Again, if we're doing like overhead, if we're doing overhead extensions, they're great to do. Awesome exercise, do them if you want to. You're gonna get a nice stretch to the long head of the muscle. But from here, I wanna really right here, I want to really just continue the approach to this being a good heavy load that's manageable enough to bring us to failure and 2 to 3 reps from failure, but with really good form. So we can press a little bit more here, start off with high tension. So I already know I want 6 to 15 reps. So the minimum rep range, we can push the load a bit. Again, if we do more than the maximum rep range, we can increase the weight. So to start off, again, I like being in this position, grabbing the inside because a little more tucked in from here. I'm gonna pull it into me, roll it into me. I'm gonna get my feet a little bit shoulder width apart, tiny little bit of a hinge back. I wanna be on top of this weight. I don't wanna be so far behind the weight that it's this way. I'm trying to pull it into my body. I wanna be over top the weight. So I'm gonna tuck it into my body here, and I'm gonna sit over a little bit. It's almost like I'm doing a vertical JM press, it looks like. So from here, a nice stretch, pressing it right down, letting the elbows come back. Forearms are gonna touch the biceps. Then it's gonna stretch forward a bit. For a stretch, elbows are still pushing down, and then driving it down, opening it up. Again, from here. It might take you a set or maybe 2 to really get the feel of it and find your weight. I use this machine a lot when I coach video and do videos, guys. I know this gym like the back of my hand. So I can jump to the weight that I know I can handle. All right, we're gonna rest up and get our second hard section.
Party people get it jumping. Party people bounce.
know for sure, for a fact, if you leave here with something, it's definitely finishing the rep in its stretch. Anytime we do cables, the resistance pulling us back, it's always gonna finish us off in the stretch. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you give this workout a try, guys, let me know in the comment section below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. You know, I'm coming with a telekinetic, transparent, vulnerable truth. Iron sharpens iron, progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.